Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is it all love? I'm doing daily morning musings, and I am using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these articles a while back, and the world has transformed so much since then. So if I encounter anything that seems out of date as I am reading, I will interrupt myself and give you the most recent information. At the end, if necessary, I will also summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. And I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Is it all love? I've heard it said in several ways recently that everything is love and that all emotions are really true joy. While struggling with most of the lower feelings, I've questioned those statements. If you consider that you're an infinite being and the only emotion that you experience is ecstatically joyous love, then everything is that. You've created this reality for the fun of feeling the opposite of who you really are. You're infinitely capable, so it's really fun for you to experience limits and difficulties, hatred and depression. From that perspective, you are still joyous, even while the little you that you created as your vehicle of expression is wrestling in the mud and cursing. You love the little you. You love all the little yous that are running around on the planet. From that perspective, you are still joyous. It's as if you existed above the clouds where it's eternal sunlight and you can look down on everything that's happening because you have multidimensional X-ray vision and appreciate all the storylines and all the events. However, from the little you, you're on the planet under the cloud cover and you're standing in a thunderstorm getting drenched. Intellectually, you know the sun is up there, but it certainly doesn't feel sunny. I'm going to stop there because in my evolution as consciousness, I've really came to sort of feel there wasn't any up or down or in and out. There is no time or space as consciousness. As we all go through this consciousness shift where we are able to embody more of ourselves as consciousness, then the up and down and in and out doesn't really make sense. So my greater consciousness isn't up. And actually, I still kind of identify with my greater consciousness being inside and that it's all from within this kind of physical realm, this physical reality, and not in the hologram. The hologram itself is a creation of consciousness. It's a little bit like the holodeck from Star Trek: The Next Generation, but my greater consciousness doesn't necessarily come down into my space but it more tends to emanate outwards. Maybe I'm quibbling too much. Back to the article. Same with emotions. You are writhing in despair, in loneliness. The world is coming to an end as you know it because you lost your job or your relationship. It doesn't friggin' feel joyous. You're not going to die because you have no money, and you're not going to die because you're alone. That's just the little you, the body personality that feels that way, because the body isn't going to make it out of this lifetime alive, so it views everything in life and death terms. The greater you knows that no one ever makes it out of their lifetime dead. Death is as joyous an experience as birth. And since you're eternal, it doesn't matter if the little you dies now or later, dies in infancy or lives to be 100. It's all part of the wonderful cacophony that you created, the never-ending symphony of sound and light. But how do you feel like the infinite you when you have no way to pay the mortgage, when you said the wrong thing and got dumped, when your children hate you, or any number of the situations and possible stories? I find it helpful to start talking to myself as my infinite self and start narrating my story as the me that I am. When I started writing this article, I noticed a distinct shift when I got to the third paragraph. I felt expansive. I felt compassionate. I felt amused at things that even this morning felt overwhelming. Talk to yourself as God, the universe, your expanded self, as an infinite being. Or ask yourself, as an infinite being, how would I view what's happening? So I realized I kind of got off track when I was talking early about no directions and everything, and I missed the point of this being all about love. And as consciousness, we are love. And I've had several spiritual expansive experiences where I felt enveloped in love. I felt surrounded by love as well as love being inside. A couple of different times it had to do with signing up for a spiritual course, and the group that was preparing for it was blessing all the participants. I guess since I was already naturally sensitive, I was really feeling the blessings. Another experience was looking into the eyes of my first child and feeling that infinite sense of love in a way that I had never experienced before. And so, essence, consciousness is love. And as you shift your perspective to operating as consciousness, you will naturally feel more love. And I guess what I'd wrestle with this topic is it all love? It certainly doesn't feel that way. And when we're engaging in the storyline, in the density and effort, we can easily miss that sense of infinite love. But as you start to operate as consciousness in your daily life, your heart opens and you relax into the joyous experience of what this life is all about. And then you can feel, yes, it is all love. So try this for a week whenever it occurs to you, and then see how your life transforms, and leave a comment below and let me know what's happening. I love to read your comments. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded experience of your life and can easily open your heart as you're doing so. And I also have a self-study called Manifesting Money and Miracles. It's a great basic training in how to embody vibrations. And in doing so, it shifts your inner reality, which then shifts your external reality and brings amazing manifestations beyond what you could possibly imagine. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I do individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today. I can answer any questions that you have, whether it's to do with relationships, to do with money or job, what's coming up in your future. I can also talk to dead people, and I record the session just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles self-study is a great basic training and also a good preparation for my coaching special, where I work with you one-on-one and give you specially chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.